So who all are we missing?
We have all kinds of food, so
Can we call her,
for me,
please?
'cause I'm not picky
And
either.
Emily.
No.
Okay. So let's go ahead and grab our seats. Claire, do you want a donut?
I don't know food.
All right.
Yeah,
Is Emily? So let's call
I
Sydney.
became gluten intolerant because
Emily.
I developed it real nice.
So I don't know.
We'll just take a seat for the first
Yeah.
bit. And then if you guys could grab out a sheet of paper and tear it up into 3 sections.
What?
I'm sorry. Just jabbed you.
Into 3, you said? Tear it into 3.
Huh?
Tear it into 3.
Yeah.
I like the skirt.
Thank you.
His mom gave that one to you.
Yep. Like half my wardrobe.
So funny. That's so funny. At least they're cute, you know? They're
Yeah.
not like mom clothes, you know?
She did give me some mom clothes. There's like a couple turtlenecks and stuff like that. I'm like,
Turtlenecks have
I feel like they'll
She'll
come
send you a
back in
message.
I
style.
do. I wear turtlenecks. I wear them.
She's trying to send you a message. She's like, Devin, cover up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hey, Sydney, are you in Sarah?
Good work. Same day appointment. I like it.
Ouch. Okay, yeah, just get here as soon as you can then. No. Alright, no worries. We'll see you in a few.
She had to get her stitches out this morning.
Oh, that's
The
That's an
Cutco,
excuse.
the Cutco life.
See,
the Cutco life when you-
hurt when she...
Yeah, she was cutting and she dropped the knife and went and grabbed it.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
And I had to get like, what, 13 stitches or something?
yeah, she did herself real good.
I lost feeling in the tip of my this finger last year because I almost sliced my finger off with a Cutco knife. I now have no feeling in the tip of my left pointer finger. It's a
One of the...
battle wound.
One of the
So does everyone have a piece of paper they
dads
tore into 3?
Yep.
Like, still harasses my little sister every day in carpool. He's like, your sister said these knives were sharp enough to cut off my whole finger and it only cut off half. And I was like, okay,
Shouldn't be proud of that.
Psycho Dave's dad, he sends me a picture at the Avalanche game, like flipping me off with like gauze wrapped out to here. Because he was washing the trimmer and like sliced off half his finger. So, whatever.
Alright, perfect. And if you want to grab a seat just for the first part, that would be perfect.
I do want to grab a seat. As a matter of fact.
Alright, so we'll get started. Sydney will be here shortly, so she'll just be here for the back end of it. But, I want to say a couple of things. First off, I want to say, holy cow, I have been stressing for, I should always have a positive sense of anxiety, but you guys are crushing it. It took an hour and a half yesterday to break down all of our numbers down to the number of phone calls. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. You're doing a really great job. I've been kind of hard, you know what, these past couple weeks, but I want to let you know that you guys are doing a great job. Awesome job. We're at 167, and we still have 10 weeks of summer. Even if all else fails, I think we still hit our goals. Okay? So I would like our traditional program just to get to the 300. I don't even want to include the steroid program because I'd rather us shoot for the stars and we land on the clouds and we still get to 300. But I have a really strong feeling that we can get to 350 with the steroid program included. So today I'm going to go through a round of recognition. Say congratulations to Miss Claire Beckman on a 20% schedule. Give a round of applause for Miss Claire. And a 21% show, so that's awesome. Great improvement from the week before. So a round of applause for Claire. Killing the game. Claire, you're a beast at handling objections, so keep doing your thing. I'm really excited for them to film you being Miss Savage on the phone. today's gonna be an awesome day. And then some of you guys were using my account one day, so I'm not sure who that was. So some of these might be a little bit off. Then we have Miss Birdie Plank. Is she in today?
Nope, she's at our internship.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, Birdie Plank, 29% schedule, 24% show. So when she comes in next time, give her a big high five. That's an awesome improvement from the previous week. Miss Wilkerson, highest schedule percentage in the office at 44% schedule. And we have a little bit of improvement on the show percentage, but you also did schedule 55 people. So that's a huge leap from the previous weeks. You've been crushing it, and I know you and Claire are in a big competition right now for that set record for the day. And then Miss Hannah Mills, 36% schedule percentage. That's great. Huge improvement from the previous week. 11% show. You have a little bit of work to do there, but you're constantly improving every week, which really shows me you're trying to work hard and get that schedule or that show percentage up.
And she's at 100% same day show, so.
That's great. Good work. So round of applause for Miss Hannah Mills. Miss Obraza out of town this week. Miss Bohr, 37% schedule and 25% show, so your stats are solid. Keep doing your thing. Biggest thing is number of phone calls per hour, which you crush it. And I'm really glad you two are sitting next to each other, because once you become savage with your not taking objections, dude, you're gonna be one to look out for in the office. So keep doing your thing. And Miss Whitwer, you have a 30% schedule. I think this might be off. I think I did it. Yep, no, I'm right. 30% schedule, 27% show. So the highest in the office, I think, for the week for show percentage. That's great. And Miss Moser with 43% schedule, so right up there with Emily, and 20% show. Now, and then Miss Gonzalez with her first Cutco baby, and Miss Claire Beckman with their first Cutco babies this week. And, Sydney has great stats for her, this being her first week, so when she comes in today, let's, really give her lots of high fives. She's been really doing a phenomenal job, especially jumping in midsummer with the heat of summer and whatnot, so she's been really doing well. Now, today we're going to give out prizes for best show percentage and best schedule percentage. So, this is our prize bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do drum roll, please. So we have Miss Emily Wilkerson with highest schedule percentage for the week. And she wins. I don't think you want that. Drum roll, please. A Target gift card. Woo! And then we have Miss Whitwer with highest show percentage for the week. Drum roll. And a Chipotle gift card. Woo!
Solid.
All right, so we'll give you guys your prizes by the end of the Blitz today. So today I kind of just wanted to break down the numbers for what we need to do as a staff for these next couple of weeks. So to get to Mission 300, to get on our limo trip, to have the night of our lives, we have to make sure that we're all about the number of PRs that we're scheduling, okay? With the schedule numbers, the show percentage is naturally going to come. And we got to just shoot for the stars, land on the clouds with our show percentage. If we're scheduling a ton, that's okay because we're still going to hit our goals. But we need to focus on getting our schedule percentage up. If we can start scheduling more people, even if we have a 20% show, we're going to start launching more people. So it's all about handling our objections the right way and making sure we always back it up with a question at the back end. But 167 have launched. We only need 133 more. Only need 133. Do you mind giving that to one of the AMs for me? I'm going to get a lot of calls while I'm doing this. So, we only need 133 more. Basically what that means is these next two training classes, I really would like us to load it up because the back end of the summer is where we're launching anywhere between 10 to 15. So I really want to play it on the safe side and really load up these next 2 trainings. So that way, we're not stressed at the very end of the summer. We're just doing our thing and we can definitely surpass 300. So this next week, I would like for us to definitely, at a minimum, launch 20 people. I think we can launch more than that because we already have 28 people set for this upcoming week's training. So, with that being said, if we can get 30 launched, that means we only need 130, or sorry, only 100 more, right? And 100 more over 9 weeks. Definitely a doable goal. So, also we can always talk about if we get 350 extra incentives for our limo trip. Now, that means we need to fill up 2 pineapples per week. 2 pineapples per week, which we can definitely do that. And that, whether that's with our IAPs, which we are probably not getting as many at this point as we are, between our IAPs and our PRs, we need to fill up 2 pineapples per week. And I think we can definitely do that. And it all comes down to what our blitz days look like. So I would like it if by the end of our 4th blitz day that we have almost 2 of our pineapples filled up, because then everything else is icing on top of the cake for the other 3 days that we have. Now, I know we haven't had the best shows. Who cares? We're going to schedule more people, and we're going to get people through this door. Right? Who cares about the scams? Who cares about whatever else, human trafficking, all this crap we hear on the phone, right? We're the #1 office in the company for a reason. It's just because we schedule more people than anyone else. Our show percentage will come as we start getting more repetition. And we also need to start changing our mentality when we're making our phone calls too. I know sometimes we get that bad phone call where they're telling us about all this human trafficking and martyring for money that we do and like all this crazy stuff that we hear. And sometimes we go into our phone calls, the next phone call, and we think that they already think or they already know that we're doing bad stuff or anything like that, right? Sometimes we go into the mentality thinking that they already think that. So we need to change our mentality thinking that they're already having a positive expectancy. And what I always like to do is think of every phone call as if they're going to be a 10K fast starter. Right? We always talk about every phone call is gold. So start thinking about every phone call being a 10K fast starter. And what that could look like for your Cutco babies, right? So you want to make sure that you're treating every phone call, every person that you talk to, as if it's a 10K fast starter. And you can't change some people's minds about stuff. Some people are gonna believe what they see and hear, but the people that we can talk to about not believing those silly things, treat them like they're 10K fast starters. Okay? We're the #1 office in the company because we work harder than everyone else, and it's because we schedule more people and we make more phone calls than anyone else. So, I'm going to do a really fun exercise. Olivia, do you mind, actually, we're going to do a really fun exercise. I'll turn on the AC in a sec. I think I forgot to turn on the AC. It smells hot.
Humid.
Yes, very hot and humid in here. So I want to do a fun exercise. It's a team building exercise. This will be kind of fun and funny. Let's make it semi-appropriate though, since we are on camera. So I want to do a fun exercise, and have you guys ever played 2 Truths, 1 Lie? So I want you, because this will be good to get to know each other a little bit and kind of bring up the energy in the office today, because I want to make sure we're getting down to the basics and having fun again. So when we have a lot of fun in this office, that's when our show percentage really starts rising, right? If we sound like we're having a blast when we are having a blast, everything comes naturally. So I want to have a lot of fun. Please make them somewhat appropriate though. So I want you guys to write down 2 truths and 1 lie, and as a group we're going to guess what your lies are and what your truths are. Okay, so I'll throw on some tunes while you guys are working on that. I'm going to go turn on the AC really quick.
So hard.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know he tells his customers that if he gets to 15 recommendations.
I don't have a super embarrassing story like that.
Yeah.
I've lost all my pens, so now I'm reduced to the pointer pen.
I love it.
You know how hard it is to write with it?
Dude, it must be so hard. Fill up some hands right
I'm so embarrassed for saying.
now. Alright. You guys have your 3?
No, I'm already still on the first one.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking really hard. You got this. We don't know a lot about you, Miss Moser.
We don't. She's
We
so
don't.
quiet
We're
over there.
serious.
That's the best one I could write.
Alright, then fold them up.
Do we have to put our name on it or no?
Well, I'm gonna take each one. Actually, you don't have to fold it. That's what we do. I'll just read them. Alright, Hannah, you wanna go first?
Bless you.
Okay. So, Hannah's gonna go first. You guys want me to give you a sec so you can think? Are you getting nervous? One of them I'm very interested about. You got this. Oh. Okay. All
I
right.
forgot one of them that I wrote down.
Oh, you got this. I'm gonna read it anyways. All right. I'm gonna start. Is that fair? Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So this is Miss Hannah Mills. 2 truths, 1 lie. I've been to 20 countries. I can beatbox. And I'm really good at crafting.
She's in a sorority, so she's good at crafting.
So, you feel like that's the truth?
That's true.
Truth? Okay. Really good at crafting is the truth. What about, I've been to 20 countries and beatboxing.
I think beatboxing is the lie.
Yeah.
Is that a final decision?
I can do like, but that's it.
I was hoping that was gonna be one of the truths and you like prove us wrong.
No.
All right, Miss Hannah Mills. Who's next? Olivia.
Sure.
All right.
You're welcome.
I've broken both of my pinky toes. My cat has no tail. And I've only been to 9 countries.
And I know you've been to Italy. And you probably traveled around a little bit when you were there. So there's that. I'm pretty sure
Think
I've heard
9
about you breaking your
countries
toes.
is a truth.
I think I've heard about the toes before.
I've seen your cat. It has them too.
This is the countries one.
Maybe she lied about the number.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, countries. Lie. Final decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lie.
Hey. Well, how many countries have you been to?
15.
Oh my God.
Underestimated.
Underestimated.
Well traveled.
All right, who's next? Emily, you want to go?
Sure.
I'm so
Yeah.
nervous to get
Want to try to
home.
read my handwriting?
Yep. I have a saltwater fish tank. My favorite fruit is pineapple. And my favorite animal is
Koala.
a koala.
I think it's the pineapple.
I think it's the pineapples, that's a lie.
Well then.
I've heard you talk about how much you hate
Yeah,
pineapples.
okay. Well, I didn't realize they talked about it.
I know, it's like when I was writing this, I'm like, what have I told them? What do you
Yeah,
know?
I hate pineapples.
Yeah, you hate them.
They're nasty.
Every time I bring them in here for you guys to eat, you're like, Devin, I
Damn it, you know.
hate them. Okay, who's next?
Claire.
Oh, sure, whatever. They all sound like lies, though.
All right. Okay, so I have cliff dived into a well in the Tiger River. I went to a Beyonce concert and ended up getting backstage passes. Oh my gosh. This is not appropriate.
Well,
Can we do some editing on this?
Countries, because I realized. I changed one.
I went to the Beijing Olympics. I've been on America's Got Talent. What? I once broke up with my boyfriend because of my dance career. Yeah, I know. I think it's Beijing Olympics.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or America.
Because you dance, right? So I could believe in America's Got Talent.
Because there was that one dance studio around here that did the shadow deal.
What do you guys think? Beijing Olympics?
Beijing Olympics.
Beijing Olympics. What is it?
The boyfriend one.
Oh yeah, you guys are pretty committed.
Committed. Yeah.
Committed.
And I've never had
Committed.
like another real
True.
relationship in my life involving a joke. So yeah. But yeah, I went to
Real
Beijing in
babe.
2010 with my family.
You were on America's Got Talent. That's
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
Thanks.
Was
yeah,
it the
they,
shadow?
No, it wasn't. They called my dance studio and asked us to come audition because they saw a video of us somewhere, and we made it through like the first 3 rounds. And there's so much that they don't show on TV. Like there are 5 rounds before the live show
Oh wow.
ever like is a thing, and so they had us like do the dance and stuff for the producers of the show, and they like recorded us, and then they wanted us all to fly out to LA, but I was in like 7th grade or 8th grade, and it was like we couldn't all do it was like during CSAP week too, so we couldn't go. But yeah. Yeah. So we made it to the live show, but we couldn't
That's
go.
I'm sorry, the teacaps.
Thanks.
It
It
sounds
was
like
really
teacup,
funny.
like-
It's actually
Can't take it
something else
seriously.
now. It's like a different
It's like
testing.
teacaps.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's
Oh, it's
something
a
else.
different
It's
pro-
called Park.
Yeah.
test.
Park
Park
test.
test.
And then they're online. They're doing it online.
But you can like opt
Paper.
out of it.
Wow, it's
You
weird.
just,
Lot of
I
kids-
just ditched it all last year.
Yeah, if you get your parents to sign off, you can opt out.
Yep.
Okay, Miss Moser.
Last
The
but not least.
The most
Oh
mysterious.
It's like the
There's
wall.
nothing too interesting in that.
Okay. So I can't swim.
Uh-oh.
I have 2 passports,
Good morning, Vector. This
and
is
I
Olivia. How can
have never been cut by a Cutco knife before.
I help you? Okay.
She's a Cutco virgin.
Ooh. Cutco virgin.
To America.
I have 2
Okay, no
passports.
worries.
I
Would you like
can't
me to
swim,
get
and
you
I have never been cut by a Cutco knife.
Well, I think passports one is right because you're like part Japanese, right?
I think this one.
All right.
Say swimming because you
Swimming?
don't swim. But,
Swimming is
I
that
mean,
final
she could
decision?
trick us.
I can't swim.
You can't swim. Oh my gosh.
Like, oh,
I'll do
That's.
that.
I'm so sorry about that.
I don't know.
That's not the lie. Okay, so what's the lie?
Part time.
But I've never been cut by a Cutco knife.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no
Never
worries. So it's part time.
I've been stabbed by their
She has been cut by a Cutco
Basically,
knife. She's saying it was a
doing
lie.
everything
Oh,
to
that
work
was
out
the lie.
easily
Yeah.
with our customers, answering any of their questions, explaining
Alright.
products,
Alright,
numbers,
Miss
numbers,
Miller,
numbers,
orders. Or not
Do you
Miller,
like working with people?
Wait, I
I was cutting a penny off.
Okay.
and it's
We don't require any experience.
But I'm
We're not
curious.
doing telemarketing or cold
Ladies.
calling or door-to-door or anything like that.
Alright.
But the only thing we do require is that you're comfortable working with people. Were you kind of looking for something more part-time or full-time?
Alright, so Olivia's gonna work on a workshop after she's done on the phone. She's gonna go over how to get our
The
schedule
company is called
percentage up,
Vector.
what our
Have you heard of us
mentality
before?
needs to be like when we're making our phone calls,
Mhm.
and also our
Okay,
46
no
week
worries. The
program
product
that
we
wanna
work
start
with is called
promoting
Cutco.
when we're on
It's
our
just a line of
12
high-quality indoor and
while
outdoor
she
tools.
is
Have you heard of that
getting
before?
this call all handled, I'm gonna hand out
Mhm.
lists to everyone. And then if you could just look on their Vector Live for their high school and use your name
So
drop list, that
it's
would be perfect.
mostly like kitchen cutlery and whatnot.
Or
And if you do come in and meet with the manager, they'd be able to go over everything with you in full details. And I don't know if I mentioned it to you last time, but we've got very flexible schedules.
Courtney
And the starting pay is $15, and that's a fixed rate, so it's not based on sales results or anything like that. So even if you can only help for a week or two, just to be
And
honest
you're
with
on
you, we definitely need the help
Strong,
around
and
here.
it's MAKENZI Strong.
No, it's not. We meet
So if
with
you
our
could look
customers
up
on a
their,
face-to-face professional
Vector
appointments
Lives.
only.
So
I'm getting both.
get both of them because they only have 54 and 67.
Got it.
So it's smaller lists.
Where
Emily,
are you coming from?
you are on Joe Caplis, Joe.
Oh, I live in Parker as
CAPLIS.
well, and it only takes
And then
me
you're on
maybe
Dan
20 minutes
Stephan,
tops to get here.
DANSTEPHAN, and you're gonna go from A to Z. I'm gonna have
Stefan or Steve?
Stephan. And you're gonna go from A to Z, and then Sydney, I'm gonna have you on Dan Stephan's list
We
and go
do
from
get
Z
that a
to
lot,
A.
but I mean, I do
so-
recommend you just come and get all the details
It's
from the
DAN
manager. They actually even go over everything with you more details than I
STEPHAN.
possibly can over
Do you
the
want
phone.
me to start?
And there's certainly no obligation to take.
Yeah, so you'll go to on Joe's first, and then go to
good to come in
Dan's
and
to
just
just
get all
see
the
how far she
details.
gets.
That
Yeah.
way, you know for sure it's
And
something that
then-
could work around your schedule.
Birdie is not here because we're finishing shit. All right, so Sydney.
Oh no,
you are on
not at all.
KAYLEE.
Yeah.
And then it's Owens.
Do you mind if I grab your phone number? I can pull you up in our system and see when you were originally scheduled for, and I can look up some better times for you to come in.
Then you can just look her up for the high school.
520.
And then
780.
Claire.
2226.
Switch this up a little bit because
Okay, Casey.
Birdie isn't here. Alright, so I'm gonna have you on Abigail.
I do have a later time this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Would that work better?
AIL
Okay.
GOETTELMAN.
Oh no! Thank goodness there's no rush hour today.
And then Shane Bell. SHANE.
They can last anywhere from 10 to an hour and a half. I would just plan mostly on an hour to be here because they do go over all the details
It's like,
and
I
whatnot
don't know
with
if you
you.
remember what he looks like. Is he like kind of blue eyes and short-ish
Yes.
hair,
Mhm.
kind of blondish?
Alright, perfect. I'll go ahead and get you put down
And
for
then I'm gonna have
today
you on
at
my
2.
equipment.
And then do you still have our address and everything?
AELPITTMAN. So just look up
Okay,
what our high
perfect.
school is,
And then it
Olivia's
looks
gonna
like
go through you
instead
guys'
of
last
meeting with my
workshop.
manager Anthony,
Let's-
you're going to
biggest
meet
thing
with
is
my
let's
manager
each get
Dominic,
to
okay?
10 PRs scheduled
Alright,
today.
perfect. Well,
And
thank
we're
you so much
definitely
for
gonna hit our
calling
goals,
in,
okay?
Casey. I'm glad I was able to get you some more details. And I'm excited for you to come in. We'll go ahead and see you at 2 o'clock, okay? Alright, have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Bye. Okay,
Perfect. So I'm just gonna have you go through your workshop. I gave them their list.
awesome.
And then I kind of switched up a couple of them, so like when you're looking it over, but this is gonna be yours for the day.
Gotcha.
And if you need any other help, let me know. But good luck today, ladies, and let's kick some butt.
Woohoo! Okay, so our workshop today is mostly on, well, we're gonna have 2 kind of workshops. One is on our same day show, and then another is on a new program that we're gonna start advertising today. So for our show percentages, like Devin said, who cares if our shows are down? Our scheduling is up, and really, that's all that matters. As long as we're scheduling people, getting the word out, shows will start to come. But the number one way to get the best shows is same day. It's just like when you're doing with Mrs. Jones. You want to get her in as soon as possible. Otherwise, she could call and cancel or reschedule on you. So to do that, we have to create urgency. What are some good key urgency phrases that we can use?
We have a lot of people interested. Might want to save you a spot. So
Perfect.
Or the squeeze you in.
Could squeeze you in. That's my favorite one. What are a few other ones to help create urgency?
I'm sure you're really busy, like so am I, and same thing with, we have a lot of applicants right now, and we're looking to fill the spot right away.
Perfect. And then another one is always continue to name drop. So let's say whoever's PR list you're calling from, you know, you're recommended by so-and-so, and because of that, I know the manager would love to sit down with you in person, give you the details. Why don't I go ahead and get you squeezed in at today at 2 o'clock? How does that sound? Like, just keep creating that urgency because of same day. Like, look how many people got 100% same day. Hannah got 100%, Birdie got 100%, Claire got 100%, Emily's up at 43%. Like, that just helps increase show percents because people are more likely to come today than they are tomorrow or Wednesday, because by the time Wednesday rolls around, they've been doing Google research, they've been talking to their friends, and you know, their friends are like, oh yeah, you get to go cut up with fruit with Mrs. Jones and do all this cool stuff, and you just show them a bunch of knives, and they're like, oh, whoa, that's a little weird. I don't think I want to go in. I'm just not going to go. Versus if you schedule them for today at 2 o'clock, they're like, well, shoot, okay, I've got an appointment today at 2. I got to get my stuff around. I'll get dressed, and I'll get ready, and I'll go. They don't really have a whole lot of time to second guess what's going on, because this is the weirdest call they may receive all year. Like, so how many of you were PR calls? Yeah, like how weird was the first call you got and you're like,
It's like,
what? So and so recommended me. This is really weird. What's going on? And then, do you guys remember how fast you were scheduled for an interview?
next day.
Next day, same day, super fast. So today I definitely want to work on our urgency key phrases, make sure that we're also following the script. Like, we don't want to do phrases that are like, I know this sounds super sketchy. If we say it sounds sketchy, it's going to be sketchy. Versus key phrases like, you know, it's a super flexible job. It works great around any other commitments. And it's a $15 base pay. And so recommended you. Why don't you come in and get all the details from the manager, and I promise you and so will still be friends. Stuff like that. And then same with objections. Make sure you're flipping to that back page to use the objection. And then when you're done with your objection, what do you always do? Ask a question. Because otherwise, they have control of the conversation. And we need to make sure that we're in control of what we're saying to them, what they are curious about. That way, we don't give them too much information or not enough information. So let's definitely work on that. So I'm going to start doing PCs today as well at noon. But the new program that we're going to start advertising today, if you guys want to write this somewhere down in your notes, it's going to be, we have a 4 to 6 week program where you can earn anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 before heading off to school. Because now that we're halfway through the summer, people are like, well, there's no really a point in me starting a job. I'm about to go off to school in the beginning of August or end of July. So we need to start advertising 4 to 6 week program. And then another thing, and you even have the opportunity to earn a scholarship. I know you guys have probably heard Emily or I say that when we're talking to IAPs or mailers, but definitely don't be afraid to mention the fact that we do offer a scholarship.
So where would we insert that when we're talking?
So when we're using this script, we're going to insert it. One place you can insert it is if they're like, well, I'm getting ready to head off to school. Like, oh, awesome. We love working with students. We actually have a 4 to 6 week program. Another place you can insert it is at the bottom of the first page. Like, we could still really use the help around here, and we even have a 4 to 6 week program. And that's also the area where you're going to want to talk about the scholarship as well. Do you guys have any questions? Awesome. Well, I'm super stoked. Like Devin said, we've already launched 167 people with 10 weeks still left to go. I think we did the math, and we only need to launch 15 people per week for the rest of the summer to hit our goal. but if we keep hitting standards, we could easily go above and beyond our goal. So I have the greatest confidence in all of you guys have been working so hard. I'm so proud of all of you. And also, I know we didn't get a chance to do team night last week, but this week, if everyone would like to go to Rita's, since we didn't make it last week, that would be great. I still haven't been there. I want my Italian ice cream. So if everyone's good, we'll plan on Tuesday at Rita's. And I think we'll plan on being there around like 6, if everyone's good with that. Okay, awesome. Well, crush it, ladies. I'll let you know when I'm starting to do PCs, and let's have a great